Okay, be honest with me. Tell me if this resonates with you. I once bought a fat quarter bundle. So beautiful. I could not bring myself to use it. For 2 years, it sat on my shelf. I still have some on my shelf that are maybe a little bit older than 2 years. I have like a fabric museum on my shelf. I hate that term, but does that sound familiar? Let's talk about today why decision paralysis is stealing your joy and how to gently get it back. Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Loose Threads and Stitches. I am your host, Christen, your fabric-adoring, decision-overthinking host. Oh, today's episode is going to be a good one. It is part 4 in our Get Out of Your Own Way series, and we're talking about a form of creative stuckness that looks like careful planning, but feels like total shutdown, and that is decision paralysis. So here we go. Let's untangle this today. You've got the fabric, you've got the pattern, but somehow choosing which to pair together feels like you're being asked to diffuse a bomb. This isn't a creative problem. It's a fear problem. The fear of ruining a good piece of fabric, the fear of making the wrong choice and being not able to do anything about it, and the fear of wasting time, energy, fabric, supplies, all of that. It's real. So about this bundle that I loved so much, I know that you probably know what I'm talking about here. And, I didn't want to cut into it. Okay. I would look at this fabric bundle on the shelf. It was a fat quarter pack. I would admire it. I would go and I would dream about all of these different patterns that I wanted to do with it. I would find patterns and I'd put it right next to it. So I had like 10 different patterns next to it that would look amazing with this fabric. But I kept quietly shutting it down again and again. I kept waiting for this one might not be the perfect pattern. Okay. I was waiting for that moment, that zing of angels singing and this is the right one, right? So spoiler alert, that moment never came. I chose myself to make it imperfect or never make it at all. I had to make the decision myself to go ahead and do something with that fabric that was gorgeous, was something that I loved, or to just never make anything at all with it because I had held on to it for so long. And I had gotten into a mood where I realized I'm keeping all of these fabrics that I'm buying and I'm kind of hoarding, but I'm not actually using, right? And just to make things clear, I totally believe that fabric collecting and fabric using are two separate different hobbies, okay? But I didn't want to get into the fabric collecting hobby. I wanted to get into the fabric using hobby and actually use my quilt fabric that I had bought. So all of that aside, in this instance, I don't think that you are indecisive. I think that you're afraid and that you're afraid the outcome won't match the vision in your head when you're in that moment of being afraid to commit and being afraid to be disappointed, afraid to waste these beautiful materials that no doubt have gone up in price over the years, right? But, hoarding your supplies in the name of caution, I don't think it honors the fabric's beauty. It kind of buries it, right? And it's kind of a personal choice here, but I would much rather see a beautiful fat quarter pack of fabrics in a quilt than I would on a shelf forever. So try this instead when you are in that decision paralysis mode. Set a timer. Give yourself 15 minutes to choose some fabric, and done is better than tortured in this moment, okay? Give it a title. You can call it your learning quilt or your practice run, and just release all of the pressure. I want you to pair a precious fabric with a simple pattern. We're not overcomplicating things here. I want you to let your fabric shine, okay? I want you to cut one strip, just one, I want you to get tactile. I want you to get messy. I want you to break the seal on that fabric back quarter pack. I want you to remember that you cannot grow if you never cut into anything. If you just are collecting all of the pretty pieces, you can't grow your quilting skills that way. You can grow your coloring skills that way and your pairing of your own fabric bundles that way, but you can't grow your quilting skills if you never cut into anything. Your fabric isn't meant to live in a drawer or on a shelf or in a bed, okay? Trying to cover all my bases here. It's meant to be loved, sewn, shared, and sometimes totally messed up along the way. It happens, okay? Those are the learning moments that we all have to go through. Choosing things is hard and decisions are hard, but it gets easier with practice and when you give yourself some grace. So, takeaway truth today is you can't make magic if you never even make a mess. I like what I just said right there. You can't make magic if you never make a mess. Yeah. Go make that mess. Do it. I totally encourage you to do that. Okay. So thank you for being here with me today and for listening to me go on about this. It's something that I'm very passionate about. And if you are staring at a bundle and you're sweating a little bit because you are feeling my words kind of sink into you, you're not alone. I want you to make sure that you are subscribed to this podcast and to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss part 5 of this series, because we are going to tackle the unfinished projects in your closet and the shame that comes with them next week, okay? Until then, take a deep breath, go pet your beautiful fabric, sew something with it, and I will see you next week. I'm Christen with icysourcequilting.com. Have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.